This is Dilithius back with War 11 of Season 23. Almost done with this season, thankfully. Normal Path 9 in Section 1, and then they put a Killmonger on the Hazard Shift Mini, so kind of limits what my options were for an attack team, so only 3 fights, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and I know that's going to happen occasionally whenever people put defenses up like this. So this first fight's a Nova on Node 9, not a big deal. The Annihilus on Node 18's not too much of a problem because I've done it before, and the Power Focus 1 really helps you out there. But so I didn't think this would be a big deal. And if that doesn't give you a little bit of an indicator, then if you're looking for me today, you'll see it pretty soon. So, I've done this fight so many times, I was like, well, this is, it's just a Nova. It shouldn't be a big deal, Except then I screw up right there, and I'm like, oh, crap. So here I'm trying to bait the special one, and right there I thought he would be at an SB1, so I evaded it like that, and no, he was in SB2. I missed that, and rip. Like, I paused there for a second, like, what just happened? Like, because I haven't died to this node, like, since I've ever taken the path, so I was very confused, and there for a second, I was just like, wow, that really stunk. So I'm going to have to start, not overlooking that node, especially if it's a Nova on there, because, wow, I did not know he could hit that hard. But I'm guessing it's between the Schadenfreude thing and his own attack, own Fury buff. Maybe it synergized or something. So in future, I'll probably, as soon as he gets to a bar of power, I'll start trying to bait it, just to prevent him from getting to an SB2, and also to give me more time to let that bleed debuff fall off, because when the bleed debuff falls off, then I also the Schadenfreude goes away, and so it shouldn't be a big problem. Coming into this fight, I mean, it's an annihilus, and I can't use an armor breaker or nullifier to get rid of the cosmic rod, so it's going to be a little bit annoying. So here I am getting in a little bit of trouble there, but I was hoping he would back off, and then one strategy is, if you can get him to back off, just hit into his block a lot, and with the Power Focus 1, he'll get to an SB1, and then, after you get him to an SB1, it's really easy just to bait and evade, and it goes into this cycle of just, bait the SB1, and that's it. That's pretty much all there is to this fight. Hit into the block some, and then just bait specials. So you can see here, that's pretty much my strategy. It's going to take a few hits just because of the whole physical resistance, but that's pretty much all there is. I'm not really sure who else you could use. Like, I could have used Captain Marvel movie, I guess. With the armor break, she would have gotten rid of it, but I've done it with rulk, so I was comfortable with it. Although I was comfortable with the Nova fight, and that didn't turn out so well, so who knows. But I actually did make a mistake on that fight. I really should have used Captain Marvel movie to build up the binary charges on her for the Killmonger fight later, and that would have helped me out. So that was a bit of a mistake, but it's not insurmountable. You'll see what I mean whenever we get to this Killmonger fight. With 0 binary charges, I spend the first bit just building up the binary, and it takes me longer to get into the special 2 rotation because I don't have that power gain at the start of the fight. So I'm having to work my way all the way up to an SB2, and when you got to do that, then it extends the fight more. So I can't say this fight went perfect, because right here I'm like, all right, now we're in a good zone, and get the armor break, so now I don't have to worry about reverb. It is stubborn, so I do have to worry about trying to dex out of his special one, because if you dex out of it, he goes on indestructible and pretty much takes away all your damage. And so right about here, I'm like, I'm looking okay, but my invulnerability from the SIG's gone, so I can't get too many incinerates on me, or that's going to cause a problem. And it's kind of like, I'm kind of stuck in a little bit of a bad position here. I don't dex out of that and took quite a bit of damage, but I'm like, alright, I'm still alright. But I got 4 incinerates now on me. I also took the recoil, and taking that to the block was probably not a great idea. And here I'm like, I'm gonna have to dex it, and I was able to dex it without actually triggering dexterity. But yeah, that thing got real tight. So this was an awful war for me with just 3 fights. So 2 deaths, 7th in the BG2 now, 16 overall, and 4 Loki. If you like seeing me die, hit a like. If you like seeing me have nail biter fights with Killmonger, hit the like button and sub. One more war. I'm ready for this season to be over. It's been an awful season for the Alliance overall. Y'all have a good one.